wait for the arrears for 5-6 months. We are being very unfair. And I'm told this is happening in all counties, not just in Nyamira. This is something that we can never be proud of. And I'm hoping that we can find a solution, even if it's taking us to a classroom and we brainstorm and get a solution. We are not being fair to these Kenyans who have put their lives on the line to serve the sick, the needy in society. Their contribution does not deserve the mistreatment they are getting. They should be getting their stipend monthly. And you know, when we were passing this law, I remember last time we said, this idea of making people to be casuals, we should even them absorbed on contractual basis so that they can earn a salary every month. Otherwise, if you are not appreciating their service, why keep them? Because if you are appreciating the service you are getting from these community health promoters, Mr. Speaker, we should be paying them monthly. We know them, we live with them in our villages, where we come from our counties. We really need to do better. Doctors, Galwale, it's now becoming a ritual. Every day, people who are supposed to be in our health centers, in our hospitals, are outside here picketing. On a simple matter of just absolving them to be permanent and pensionable. And you look at the statistics, Mr. Speaker, we don't have enough professionals in that field. They are not there. Every day, I mean, for how long will this continue? And we are the people's representative. That's why they come here every day. Ask yourself, why have they not gone to the bus stop to picket there? They come picketing here because they know that the people's representative can find a solution. These guys are from our counties. We cannot allow this to happen, Mr. Speaker. There is a time in the last parliament we summoned, when we had a problem in the security sector, we summoned the DCI here, we summoned the IG, you remember? They all came here. We need to summon everybody in the health sector, Mr. Speaker, so that they tell us once and for all what do they want us to do so that we get a solution for these doctors, nurses, and the likes. We can't continue this way, Mr. Speaker. We must get a solution. And Mr. Speaker, in conclusion, I want to emphasize on fiscal responsibility. You know, Majority Leader, even if we, every month or every year, we sit here and disburse money to counties, unless we deal with the issue of money that ends up in people's pockets, we will never transform the lives of the people we represent, Mr. Speaker. As long as we are converting counties to be employment bureaus, we'll never, Mr. Speaker, transform the lives of the people we represent, Mr. Speaker. My neighbor, I heard you welcoming students from Tengecha. You should have emphasized that Senator Omogeni went to one of the best schools in Kericho, Kabianga High School. You should have mentioned that to them. Yeah, that I went to one of the best schools in Kericho that used to compete with the alliances of this world. So I really want to support Mr. Speaker, and I hope that our county, our chief executives counties will continue making good use of this money. We applaud those who have
Honorable Senators, order Senator Cherargei, Majority Leader, order Senator Eddy. Allow Senator Omogeni to conclude his submissions in peace.
Yeah. So with those many remarks and under the coercion of my neighbor, Senator of Kericho, I beg to support, Mr. Speaker.
Senator
Asante Bwana Speaker.
Order Senator Aaron Cheruiyot. Allow Senator Mundigi to be heard in silence.
Asante Bwana Speaker kwa kunipa ruhusa kuchangia unaendelea mambo ya pesa. Naunga mkono, lakini ningetaka tuweze kusaidia counties kwa sababu siko na shinda juu ya hela, juu ya health promoters na mambo ya madaktari na mambo ya visile vitu zingine kama mambo ya manji. Kama nafurahia kwa sababu kama kwa hii mgao ya pesa Embu County inapata milioni 279. Mambo ya upande ya Ndaninda watapata milioni 400, na pia health promoters na pia madaktari, yote nakuja hiyo pesa. Lakini ningeomba tuweze kufuatilia na kusaidia, kwa sababu mara mingi county zinateseka kwa sababu kila kitu yote inaonekana kama magavana wafanyi kazi. Ningeomba wakati ule mwingine tukiongea mambo ya pesa, ningeomba mwenyekiti wa awe mara mingi tukipitisha au akiongea na treasury, ndio magavana wao wakipata pesa. Nikimalizia, Bwana Spika, naomba hata ile mgao ya pesa itakuja katika ile tunataka kuona kama counties zitapata pesa nyingi. Ningeomba county zote siwe tukienda kupitisha kila county ipate bilioni 6, ndio magavana waweze kusaidia counties njia ya devolution, njia ya department zile zingine. Kwa hiyo Bwana Spika, mimi naunga mkono, lakini mpaka treasury iweze kuheshimu Senate, na ndio Senate iweze kuheshimika katika maslahi. Kwa hivyo mimi kiwa Senator wa Embu County naunga mkono. Asante Bwana Spika.
Thank you, Senator Olekina Ledama.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I rise to make some brief comments. And noting that you are seated there, Mr. Speaker, I'd like to let the people of Bomet know that you've done a good job in making sure that they receive, at least with the CHPs, there are almost 74 million going to Bomet County. And also in terms of the doctors' arrears, there's around 21 million going to Bomet County. Madam Speaker, Mr. Speaker, sorry. Narok County is equally, Mr. Speaker.
Order, Honorable Senators.
Mr. Speaker,
Order, Senator Boni Halwani.
I am really trying to do my job here because my voice is just gone, but it's fine. But I still have to come back and work. It is important that all of us should be here, really, because this is our primary goal. As senators, Mr. Speaker, can you please protect me from your colleague and also my brother who wants CDF and I don't want it. I will not mention his name. But the issue here, Mr. Speaker, that it is important for all of us to be here because this is what brought us here, to fight for money to go to our counties. Every single day, Mr. Speaker, outside there, doctors are protesting. Doctors are demonstrating, asking for their money. I'm happy, although I'm sad, that it has taken us almost to the end of the financial year to be able to pass this additional allocation revenue. Just because we had a big fight with the National Assembly on the issue of the RMLF. I think this is the point where we now divide all these things completely. Because you will find that Narok County is going to be receiving about 325 million in loans, another disbursement from the World Bank, and other donors like Danida. But will 1 month be able to absorb all that money? We just need to be able to think seriously on the importance of dispersing this money when that money is due. Coming to the tail end of the financial year to discuss additional allocation revenue or cash schedule, to me, defeats the purpose of what we do here. It is important also that all counties receive a share of all the court fines. Courts normally collects a lot of fines. Why should we not calculate such that whatever amount each county receives, they get that money back to develop that county? Why is it that only 10 counties are receiving the court fines? Number two, Mr. Speaker, and I wish the Committee of Finance and Budget Chair was here. I've not seen the royalties from minerals. We produce a lot of gold in Narok. Why haven't we received the money from royalties? The only thing you are giving Narok County is money to pay the community health promoters, which is very little, around 49 million. And then you are giving them 21 million in arrears to pay their doctors. Where is our money when it comes to the royalties? The Chinese and other people who subscribe to that arena of mining are trooping Narok. They are in Loita Hills illegally. They are in Migori. They are in the border of Narok and Migori, in Transmara district. Tons and tons of loans. Sometimes you sit here and you are going through the news and you find that the company Kilima Pesa, which is mining in Narok, is listed in the London Stock Exchange. You know, you also hear that they have discovered a huge piece of gold which cost a lot of money. Where is our money? Those are the things that we ask. And that is why I want to beseech all of us here. When we are here, we continue fighting for our counties to get this money. That we don't delay this. Let us do away with this RMLF. If we cannot send RMLF to our counties, we put it aside. We develop another piece of legislation to argue on just that RMLF. You know, some of us feel like we shouldn't have Kura. You know, that money should go to counties. But today, when we are sending this money, May, the financial year is coming to an end in June because of a rivalry between the National Assembly and the Senate. Are we not just joking? There's nothing we are doing here. So, Mr. Speaker, as I support this, I hope that we can be, all of us can be comprehensive of looking at this document. See how much is going to your county. If there is any mining in Bomet, Bomet should get royalties. If there is any mining in Kericho, Kericho should get royalties. You know, Migori should get royalties. Narok should get royalties. But we are not getting that money. Court fines, every county should get. Telling us that Narok County courts should never charge any court fines. Then we'll be fine. But in terms of our share, that money, if it is crime which is being committed, it is being committed in Narok. We have no street lights because it costs so much to be able for a county government to pay for the street lights. You know, that fine can be able to help us offset that expense. So, Mr. Speaker, as I support this, I really think that we should not be in a rush just to pass it. We should ask questions. And the Finance Committee, let us try to advocate and let us try to encourage equity. You know, I know we can never be equal, but some form of equity would be able to help us. You know, we are fighting for devolution, but we cannot be saying that we are people of Narok County now, when they commit crimes and the courts in Narok charge fees, it should only support people in Nairobi. Nairobi, you should collect the money here from your courts and use it. So that is a matter that Majority Leader will need to really sit down and think about it. Otherwise, Mr. Speaker, I support.
The Honorable Senator Samson Cherargei.
Mr. Speaker, thank you. I'll just make 5 minutes comments. Mr. Speaker, before I make a comment, with your indulgence, allow me on my own behalf and my family and on behalf of the great people of Nandi to pass my deepest condolences to the family of the late Father Alois Cheruiyot Adbet, who was unfortunately killed in Tot area, the parish priest of St. Matthias Mulumba Parish in Tot, Elgeyo Marakwet County, and to condole with the family. The Eldoret Diocese led by Bishop Dominic Mengich and the Catholic Church and the entire region, especially Nandi County and Kilibwani area, Mr. Speaker. Justice will not only be done to him, but to his family and all of us, so that we know who the killers are. And I want to assure the people of Nandi, Mr. Speaker, and the family that I will not sit until justice is done for the killing and slaying of Father Alois Cheruiyot Adbet, who was unfortunately killed by the criminals. And I hope peace will return in Kerio Valley. Mr. Speaker, the second point I wanted to make is I'm surprised also. Nandi, we have Karepe Gold Mine. One of the owners of Karepe Gold Mine are based in Germany and Britain. Mr. Speaker. Yet here there is no royalties that Nandi has gotten. Mr. Speaker, are you aware Karepe Gold Mine is listed in the US that they are paying $200 million US, but we are not seeing on the principle of local content. 2010, Mr. Speaker, it's not here. I want to challenge the chairperson of Finance and Budget. It is not fair to the Masse. It is not fair to the people of Tindred. It is not fair to the great people of we have gold. And I know Majority Leader, you are aware. If you are not aware, visit so that you see where gold mines. Yes, he knows. I'm happy he knows. Where they are paying $200 million on tax to KRA, Mr. Speaker. So we need, why are we getting zero? I don't know Migori, I know Migori has also minerals. Imagine Narok, there is no royalties. I've seen Kakamega. Mr. Speaker, we must be told, where is the chairperson of finance and budget, Mr. Speaker? We must be told, and we must be told. Yes, because, and then number two, Mr. Speaker, the gold mine of Nandi must benefit the people of Nandi. That's what we are saying. The people in Kilipesa and Narok must benefit the people of Narok. They must be the people of Kakamega, Migori. We must see, Mr. Speaker. Therefore, I want to challenge on these royalties, even Majority Leader and Speaker, as we pass now. Because I support this, we must look on the issue of mining royalties. Or we will move to other fora, Mr. Speaker, to pursue justice. Mr. Speaker, on the issue of court fines, why would you fine people in Kapsabet and give to Nairobi? We are not being fair, Mr. Speaker. Let the court fines that we get in Nandi be used in Nandi, in Nyamira. Let the people in Nairobi use their own court fines to do their own things, Mr. Speaker, because we cannot be getting zero, Mr. Speaker. Number four, Mr. Speaker, please, for the first time, I can agree Sifuna to inform me.
Senator Cherargei, the chair has not allowed Senator Sifuna to inform you. Now that you want to allow him to inform you, Senator Sifuna, proceed to inform Senator Cherargei.
Honorable Speaker, I just wanted to inform the Senator of Nandi that the people of Nairobi do not get an allocation for court fines imposed in Nandi. If you look at the schedule here, every county has a specified figure for the amount that comes from the national government that is collected as court fines in the specific county. So please don't make it appear. Don't make it appear that we take money from courts outside Nairobi. The Nairobi allocation is for courts in Nairobi, and there's a unique situation in Nairobi where we agreed with the judiciary that the city courts here will be manned and managed by the county government of Nairobi, and that all the fines that are collected there should go back to the people of Nairobi. In fact, the problem is Senator Cherargei, I think it's the same people.
Sifuna, I think information is home.
Yes, I just want to conclude that, in fact, we in Nairobi feel that this figure, I think it was 87 million, was it? Is still very low, Honorable Speaker. If you put into perspective the number of times Nairobians are taken to court by the Nairobi City Council Askaris, County Askaris. So our figure should actually be higher, but honestly, Speaker, it is putting in perspective the population and also the situation in the city. I thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Proceed to conclude, Senator Samson Cherargei.
In the interest,
I believe
Mr.
you
Speaker,
are
I think this time Senator Sifuna is giving useful information to this House, and I'm proud of him, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I'm appreciating you. I'm appreciating you. Mr. Speaker, that is why I'm saying this is it's useful.
Senator Cherargei, you allowed Senator Sifuna to inform you.
Yes, which I've said is useful information.
You are actually almost being disorderly by making reference to the fact that it is the first time that is giving any useful information. It is appropriate that you acknowledge and...
Let me, Mr. Speaker, with your indulgence, this is one of the rare occasions that I've gotten useful information from Senator Sifuna, and I hope he keeps at the good spirit, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, number 4 and final is on salary. I want to agree with my colleagues, Mr. Speaker, and I said before when you gave me a chance, why do you allow this UHC staff to demonstrate daily? Why don't Majority Leader and Minority Leader, you have led us even last week with consultation of former Prime Minister, Mr. Speaker. Why don't you call to order and Committee of the Whole? CS of Health and Ministry, COG, and stakeholders of UHC, you call through the powers, and we sit here, the whole House, and resolve this UHC. This is the legacy of so for the man, Mr. Speaker. I want to challenge the leadership of this House, led by Senator Sifuna, Senator Wambua, Senator Cheruyot. Please call a whole House, and we resolve this issue of UHC. Mr. Speaker, we are tired. We are tired, Mr. Speaker.
What's your point of order, Majority Leader?
Last 2 weeks ago, I said that there is an emerging trend of content creators in the House instead of legislators. People, Mr. Speaker, who want to do things to the gallery, but they know very well that that is not where the solution lies. Senator Cherargei, I would have wished to help with this UHC challenge that we have. But you know for a fact that the solution lies in the National Assembly. All UHC staff are calling for is budgeting of their allocation for their salaries and consider absorption into counties, Mr. Speaker. Unfortunately, this is not the budget-making house, Mr. Speaker. In the division of revenue, we only consider resources that are divided vertically between the two levels of government, Mr. Speaker. But the final solution lies with our colleagues in the National Assembly. And I wish, in fact, today, when the UHC staff were outside here in the Senate, I sent a sergeant-at-arms to whisper to them that this is the wrong gate. The right gate to demonstrate is where they are now, Mr. Speaker, because they are presently before the National Assembly. So is it in order for Senator Cherargei to mislead UHC staff, Mr. Speaker, that their solution lies in the leadership of yours truly, and I don't know which other senator, while he knows for a fact that our powers are limited to division of revenue with regards to county allocation only, Mr. Speaker. I thank you.
Thank you, Majority Leader. He made reference to the leadership of the House comprising Senator Sifuna, Senator Ombua, and yourself. So, Senator Cherargei, you take note of the comments by the Honorable Majority Leader, particularly with regard to the mandate of this House. What other point do you want to share, Senator Sifuna?
No, Honorable Speaker, I wanted first to join the Majority Leader in saying that we as the leadership of this House have done our best for the UHC workers. The stage at which we are right now, it's not about stories, it's not about petitions. They want money. Money to be allocated from the budget for their absorption on permanent and pensionable basis. Honorable Speaker, I must say, I was very offended that the person who's responsible for that, the chairperson of the Budget Committee, while at a church on Sunday in Nairobi, instead of telling the UHC workers how much money he has put in the budget, he attacks Sifuna for being the person championing the UHC staff workers. So as a House, the leadership here, we have done our best. Let the chairperson of budget, the member of parliament for Alego, put money for UHC workers, and I want to
Senator Sifuna,
encourage them.
I want to stop you there.
Yeah.
You are already making reference to a member of parliament who is not available in this House.
No, I just wanted to send the UHC workers to the right.
Your point. You have made
just
your
a moment, Honorable Speaker.
Take your seat, Senator Sifuna. Take your seat.
Honorable Speaker, just let me
Take
conclude.
Your seat,
let me just
You've
conclude.
Made your point.
Just a small point. Just a small
Senator
point, Speaker.
Sifuna, take your seat.
Speaker, just a small point. The UHC workers, that as SG of ODM, I have Honorable Atandi's number. And I want them to be the ones, the messages they are sending to us in this House should be directed to Senator Honorable Atandi. That's all.
That point is made.
Thank you, Chair.
Senator Sifuna, take your seat. Senator Cherargei, conclude. As you also correct the position that you made as leadership of this House.
Mr. Speaker, there is the principle of constitution. When you read the fourth schedule, Mr. Speaker, county health services is devolved. So I want to ask the majority leader to carry Constitution of Kenya 2010 closely and read Article 10 and Part 2 on the fourth schedule, Mr. Speaker. What I was saying, they should provide leadership because National Assembly has scarcity of leadership. That's what I was requesting. Was it too much to ask, Senator Sifuna? Yes, and in fact, Sifuna, you should call Atandi to order because he's your member of ODM and tell him to allocate. That is what I was requesting, Mr. Speaker. I didn't request a lot. I know the chairperson of health, Senator Mandago. Mr. Speaker, we were discussing this issue of UHC. What I want to appeal to the majority, Senate majority leader, because he also has ears and eyes of who is who in this country, to whisper, Mr. Speaker, so that this UHC can be resolved once and for all. Is it too much to ask on behalf of UHC? It is not too much, Mr. Speaker. That is what I'm all requesting, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, finally, so on this issue of salaries, and therefore leadership of this House, including yourself, Speaker, let us come out, provide leadership. In fact, when I ask, Mr. Speaker, you can see the majority are whispering that Anas or Anas. The person who knows Anas is Senator Sifuna. He said in public that he has Anas by the name. I don't want to mention the name. Was it Cindy or somebody? Mr. Speaker, Mr. Speaker, and he said it on record in Migori in presence of Senator Gisheru, Eddie. And I don't know, maybe we'll ask him why. In fact, that is why Sifuna is my greatest supporter today. Because when you talk about anything around health, he remembers one nurse that changed his life. Mr. Speaker, Mr. Speaker, Mr. Speaker, Mr. Speaker, Mr. Speaker, so the issue of salary that will come to Nandi is 176 million plus, Mr. Speaker. I want to challenge this will go to community health promoters, it will go to industrial bank and health sector, Mr. Speaker. I expect this money to get value, and I agree with Majority Leader. He has said service is not about brick and mortar. My hospitals in Nandi are coming down, Mr. Speaker. When you go to Kapsabet County Referral Hospital, when you want to visit the most dirtiest hospital in Kenya, just go to Kapsabet County Referral Hospital, presided over by Sang Maladministration, Mr. Speaker. So I want to challenge and call upon the chairperson of health, and I've challenged him central, to come to Nandi. When you come to Kapsengere, it's told. You come to Kobujoy. Kobujoy is only, and you know the governor is your friend. God forbid if he gets an emergency medical condition. That project of Kobujoy Health Center is told, and he has consumed 100 million, Mr. Speaker. So I hope my doctors and nurses and healthcare practitioners in Nandi will get value. Finally, on the issue of World Bank and Danida, Nandi is going to get over 480 million, almost to close 1 billion, Mr. Speaker. We need to see this value. I have seen my project in Soria Township as told. Yet this money has been released, Mr. Speaker, 485 million, Mr. Speaker. When you see the footpaths that were contracted by county government of Nandi, the footpath that he contracted, Governor Sang, Mr. Speaker, cannot even be used by 2 dogs because it is too narrow. It cannot be used to pass by the 2 people, Mr. Speaker. We must be told what is the value. And 480 million, Mr. Speaker, is World Bank money. It is a loan. It is not a gift. It is not sadaka, Mr. Speaker. It is money meant to transform the lives of the people of Nandi. So this 485 million, Mr. Speaker, must give value to the great people of Nandi. With those many remarks, Mr. Speaker, I beg to support and let us vote, but I want to call upon the Finance and Budget Committee, let us sit on royalties and the issue of court fines. With those many remarks, Mr. Speaker, I beg to support and let us vote.
Senator Eddie Okech.
I thank you, Mr. Speaker, for giving me this opportunity to make a comment on this. Mr. Speaker, there are some clarity that I wanted to make here that are very, very important. Mr. Speaker, we share revenue in 2 forms. Number 1 is the revenue that we share from equitable shares required by under Article 202. Where there is money we share between national government and county government. And that, Mr. Speaker, informed our DORA, which we discussed the other time. And then secondly, after that, Mr. Speaker, then we fight here for SIGA. We fight for additional allocation to counties. Now, Mr. Speaker, that additional allocation to counties, the way it happens is that there are 4 areas where this money comes from. One has been contentious, and I'll go back to it because my chair has been implicated in this, and I need to explain to the House why it was important for the chair, perhaps not to put it on his talking notes. So number 1, Mr. Speaker, the counties must note that as a House, we fought for this actually and ensured that out of what national government gets as its share, under Article 202.2, they can put additional money to counties, and that additional money to counties in total, we are sending to counties 8.4 billion out of the additional shares from national government. Apart from that, we then have additional allocation from unconditional allocation from court fines. That would mean monies that come as a result of offenses that people have violated of respective county laws. On that, Mr. Speaker, we are scheduling today 116 million that is supposed to go to counties. And then lastly, Mr. Speaker, there is the issue of those additional allocations that come from loans that we get as a country as well as grants that we get from other development partners as a country. And in this third schedule, we are sending 37 billion. Now, my county of Migori, in those sections, Mr. Speaker, it is important that I report to the people of Migori that apart from our equitable share that we send to Migori that had now passed 8.6 billion, Mr. On the national government share, number one, we are sending to Migori, or we are scheduling that Migori gets 186 million that is meant for KIPES. That is the County Aggregated Industrial Parks, which had commenced and taken root in Migori. The status is still wanting that the governor must take note and ensure that this 100 we are sending does the rightful job. The second thing we are sending to Migori here, Mr. Speaker, is community health promoters who used to be community health volunteers, sometimes past. Of course, they were incorporated. And these CHPs are a key component of our healthcare system in Migori County, and we are giving an additional 88.4 million in this schedule. And Mr. Speaker, lastly, on that national government share, we are sending an additional allocation for doctors' salaries in arrears that are in Migori, Mr. Speaker. We are sending 7.7 million. In that category alone, we are adding a whooping 302 million to Migori. I think this is commendable. But, Mr. Speaker, as it has been said, and it affects Migori and other counties, I wish the National Assembly, in passing this schedule, would have added the government share a portion for universal health care workers. This should have, this is the portion that they should have added, Mr. Speaker, so that you can deal with this issue of moving the entire payroll of universal health care workers from national payroll and then putting them on county payroll, yet there is no money to follow that payroll. I think it's going to be problematic that we might face a situation where we will have a total collapse of primary health care because, Mr. Speaker, it is transferred to counties and there is no allocation additional bracket. What will happen is that those workers will go to counties and then they will not work because there is no money. Then before they realize, they'll drop out and hospitals, as well as all other healthcare facilities, will not function. So this is where I wish that the National Assembly, which, as senators have said here, Senator Cheruiyot has talked about it very passionately, Senator Sifuna has talked about it very passionately, this is a responsibility of National Assembly to be able to allocate money under this docket that could have gone to universal health care workers. And we will still fight for that and make sure that national government share must be able to take care of this. Moving on, Mr. Speaker, Migori County seems not to have so many offenders to the county laws because checking on this, we are scheduling under court fines as additional allocation just about 974,000 shillings. And Mr. Speaker, we are further scheduling to Migori County an additional 371 million under loans and grants that includes FLOCA, that includes money from Danida, includes money from World Bank. And in all this total basket, Mr. Speaker, we are adding Migori County an additional 674 million, 0.8. This is money that, Mr. Speaker, if you put to good use, it should be able to transform the life of people of Migori County. And I want to urge the leadership of Migori County, the county government, that after doing all this work here, we must make sure that these monies are put to good use and are put in a place that they can be able to serve our people. Lastly, Mr. Speaker, I said I wanted to bring a recourse to a conversation that has implicated the chairperson of finance on the issue of mineral and royalties. The reason why it's not comprehensive here, Mr. Speaker, ordinarily, that amount of money should also feature as an additional allocation to counties in this conversation. Because there are counties like Migori County that has got a lot of gold And this money sometimes leaves our communities. It doesn't go back to Nyatike. It doesn't go to Osiri Matanda. It doesn't go to Masara. And even now, Mr. Speaker, if you look at Keancha, today you'll see an emerging mining population in Keancha bigger than some quarters that have been known for mining. So the mineral royalties must go back to our counties. But I wanted to say that the reason why perhaps my leader in the Finance and Budget Committee did not talk about this, and perhaps it didn't come to this, is because, Mr. Speaker, the mineral royalties is guided.
Your point of order, Senator Mandago.
Yes,
Senator Eddie, take your seat.
I'd like Senator Eddie to clarify. I've just had a statement. I thought, this English is also sometimes very confusing, Honorable Speaker. In his statement on minerals, he said that the chair of finance is implicated. This English will, the people of Mandera might think that their senator has begun some mining business, while to my understanding and perception, he was referring to the committee in terms of the role of minerals. Maybe so that it is clear, and because this is a house of record, Honorable Chair.
Senator Gashero, proceed to make that clarification for the comfort
Yes,
of
Mr. Speaker, it is 4:51. Senator Mandago has just walked in. So I understand his plight. I said that when one of the senators was speaking here, he accused the chair of Finance and Budget for not fighting for the inclusion of mineral royalties in this disbursement schedule as an additional allocation, which is true, but I was trying to give clarity of why that did not feature here. So that's where I was going, and next time try to come to the House early, Senator Mandago. So, Mr. Speaker, what's happening is that the mineral royalties is guided by the Mining Act of 2016, and that particular allocation is actually under Section 181 of the Mineral Act. That Mineral Act is further guided, Mr. Speaker, Mineral Royalty Sharing Regulations of 2023, which actually passed also through this House, Mr. Speaker. And if you further look at the PFM Act, Mr. Speaker, you'll see that the PFM Act under Section 28 requires that mineral royalties after the collection are first of all put into a mineral royalties collection account, which then, under Section 75 of the PFM Act, that collection account then must then be transferred to the consolidated fund account. Now, where does the sharing element come into? Under those regulations, Mr. Speaker, if you look at Section 5 of those regulations, and I'll read it word to word, it says that the accounting officer of the State Department shall prepare and submit to the National Treasury by the 15th day after every quarter a schedule of royalties on the amount. One, of the royalties received from holders of mineral rights, and then two, what amount out of those are due to the national government, and then are due to the county governments, and those that are due to the communities respectively. I don't want to bore you with much, but it goes actually further to share the apportionment in terms of percentages that must go to national government, county governments, as well as local communities. So that schedule is actually already there, and it is established by law and subsequent regulations. So it is not that the chair of finance wasn't aware of this. We conversed on this. The chair of finance is quite well informed. I am well informed as a member of that Finance and Budget Committee. Senator Boni Alwali is just as well informed, and all the members of that committee are quite well informed. It's only that schedule is already prescribed for by law, and that's why it did not feature on this. With that, Mr. Speaker, I want to support this schedule, and I want to encourage that we keep on fighting hard, that the National Treasury must not only share with us these schedules for us to pass, but they must honor this schedule to ensure that those monies go to the counties on time, and those monies reach our people just in the same spirit as the equitable share that is furthered with Article 219, that says that money must actually reach those counties in time, without delay and due delay, and in the measure that has been passed in this House. I support Mr. Speaker, and I hope that we will go into a good ride with the National Assembly, as well as the National Treasury, in making sure that in future schedules, and actually in future county additional allocation resources, money will be allocated to UHCs workers to ensure that they are also included in this kind of schedule and can be able to get their money. I thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Senator Abbas Mohammed.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, I also want to join my colleagues to support the disbursement schedules for 2024-25. Honorable Speaker, this additional funds schedule is coming actually too late. That it's now end of May, and you have only 1 month for this fund. And it's actually very unfortunate. I was a member of the Committee of Mediation, and every year, whenever we are talking about the additional funds, we must also have a mediation team, committee, which is very unfortunate. It is actually the high time this House will discuss on how best we can handle this money independently from the National Assembly. Because it's actually a deliberate move that this money delays always. And at times, the Treasury release funds to the counties very late. You see, might not be released for almost 3 months for a whole quarter. And members, and even the workers are not paid. I think the issue of releasing funds to the counties must be discussed in this Senate, and we must come up with a way that we can be able to achieve money in a given time, like any other institutions in the National Assembly, in the national government. Honourable Speaker, in the Schedule 1, my county has received almost 265 million. And one is the KBC. Honourable Speaker, the KBC, this is the county aggregated and the schedule back. I see up in my county, very huge buildings. So asking myself, are these really a priority for me? Because even the industries, we don't even have cottage industries. So when you start with those big buildings, I fear that we will be having white elephants after completing those buildings. Because even we don't have even the product to put this place, I don't know we're going to use for storage of cereal boards like a cereal board. One other thing, Honorable Speaker, the money allocated to community health workers. The community health workers actually are poorly paid. It's just a small token of 5,000 shillings per month. And even that 5,000 is not being received on time. These people are doing a very important work, especially like my area, is about 56,000 square kilometers. Then somebody is being told, go and do some work. There's no transport, there's no other support, there's no even public means to go to some of these far-fetched places. And therefore, I'll urge the Finance Committee to look at this issue of the community health promoters, so at least we can be able to improve their allowances. As it is, actually, this is actually an abuse of human rights. Actually, this is actually a human rights abuse, because you cannot send somebody to go and work for you, and then you don't even give him the necessary support, and even the little 5,000 shillings delays. So I think we need to have, as you know, an outstanding salary payment or allowance payment for these members of the health promoters. Honourable Speaker, on the doctor's salaries, actually, as I've already said by some of my colleagues, it's very unfortunate. Every morning we're hearing people, doctors wearing uniform, loitering in the streets, making noise. This is actually unprofessional. And that's not happening in this country. These are not hawkers. These are people who have been gone to school for almost 7 years. We want to do all the siding and then going to one of the best brains in this country. And then they walk in the streets every day demanding for their rights. This should not be happening anymore. This Senate has to intervene and come up with a way where these doctors can be helped. Especially the UHCs are not only doctors. There are nurses there, there are health technicians of all sorts of cadre. And therefore, we must come with a solution to this problem. And this must come to an end. Finally, Honourable Speaker, I will ask the Committee of Finance also, if you go to our counties, the ECDs, this is actually the early childhood, don't have any money that has been allocated to them. They are the mass of the counties. The counties, and these are actually the people that we need to depend in the future. These are young kids that are coming up. They have no proper classes. They have no materials. They have no even desks. Some of them, like my place, kids are sitting down. The classes are actually overcrowded. And therefore, there is no allocation of funds for ECDs. I think that the additional funds should have also ECDs, money for the ECD classes and students, so that at least we can have a better environment for the learning of those young girls and boys that are upcoming Kenyans tomorrow, who will be the future doctors and everybody. For the court fines, Honorable Speaker, I think this is not fair. Every county must get the realities of the court fines. Because I know in Nairobi, every Kenyan comes here for the High Court or Appeal Court. And they come from all corners of Kenya. So the money should not only go to Nairobi or a few counties. The money must come to all counties, however little it's going to be. Finally, Honorable Speaker, the money from donors. There's a lot of money coming from donors. My county now is receiving 1.7 billion shillings. 1.7 billion is actually a lot of money. And it has been coming there even previous years. But unfortunately, what you see on the ground is just too little. Just too little, Honorable Speaker. For the issue of the health, I think the SHA issue has now improved the collections of the institutions, like the dispensaries, the health centers. But the problem is, this SHA problem, there is no proper accountability. This money is being used at the source. A lot of money is being collected, but there is no accountability, proper accountability, or that has been put in place. So I think for the FIF, this country must come up with a proper auditing and accountability, so that this money is actually a lot of money that's coming to various. It has really improved. The health centers, the dispensaries are now receiving a lot of money, but that money is actually not prudently used, and I'm worried that this money is going to be lost. If there will be no accountability. Honorable Speaker, finally, one thing I want to say is that we will not be every day crying like a young babies here. That money must be allocated to the counties, and we will say the treasury must have a section for the counties, so at least they can have an independent institution that will take care of their funding and their budgets. With those few remarks, I beg to support it.
Finally, Senator.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, two general comments. The first one is that we have to carry the country with us. There is so much arrogance amongst governors who think that this money can just find its way in the county revenue fund without the legislation we are doing now. So we want the countryside, the people to whom lies are sold by these governors, to hear what we are doing this afternoon is one, in the year 2024, 2025, when we shared money between the national government and the county governments, there was a balance which senators have been pushing the national government, and that balance is called an additional money from shareable revenue of the government that we are adding counties. The second one, in this particular bill, Mr. Speaker, let members of the public understand. In there, we have money which we are supposed to be given as counties, proceeds of payments made at our law courts. Then in there, Mr. Speaker, let members of the public know that depending on counties that do mining of various minerals, also this bill ensures that that money, royalty, is taken to the people through their governors. And finally, but not least, this bill is ensuring that the loans and grants from the World Bank, from FLOGA and other international, the National Treasury is now sharing with each county. That is the first part. The second general comment, which is important, Mr. Speaker, is I must apologize. We want to pass this quickly. Not because it is not important, but because we have run out of time. We have run out of time because governors and members of the National Assembly have taken each other to court, an amount meant for road maintenance levy, we were forced to remove from this bill, otherwise we would not have realized it this financial year. So because we have come to the end of the financial year, we've left that out and we are releasing this money, and I want to appeal to governors and members of the National Assembly in our counties. When it is about sharing contracts and tenders, governors and MPs are friends. When it is hurling insults at senators, weak house, whatnot, governors and members of the National Assembly are friends. But when it comes to people's issue, 10.5 billion shillings to be released to maintain in our counties, all of a sudden, governors and members of the National Assembly don't want to agree. I want to appeal to the President of the Republic of Kenya and the party leader of UDA. You have a strong 158 members in that National Assembly. And Raila Odinga, former Prime Minister, you have another 88 members of Parliament in that National Assembly. What stops the two of you? Having agreed at the top about broad-based government, what stops you from whipping these MPs so that they withdraw these little cases they have in court that delay members of the public to enjoy good, fitter roads? And now, Mr. Speaker, let me come to the specifics of this bill. The people of Kakamega, arising from what I've said above, I want you to know today that Fernandes Barasa Odinga will receive 711,709,892 shillings because of this industry. I therefore, Mr. Speaker, want to appeal to the doctors of Kakamega. You are owed salary arrears. In this bill, there is 44,529,977 shillings. Doctors of Kakamega, please, these millions, next week, Barasa should pay you these arrears. If he doesn't, I will come and lead you to the office of the governor and we throw him out until he has paid you, is when he'll understand that we are not playing games in Nairobi, Mr. Speaker. Secondly, I want to appeal for calm amongst the community health promoters of Kakamega. In this bill, we have brought home 127,500,000 shillings. Mr. Speaker, I'm appealing to all the community health promoters from Likuyani to Lugari to Malava to Navakholo to Shinyalu to Ikolomani to Lurambe to Mumias East to Matungu to Mumias West to Butere and Huisero. All of you, next week, take the nearest border, go to the governor's office, you'll find me there. He must pay you this money. It is there. If we don't force him, the theft he used to practice in Ketrako, he has exported it to Kakamega. He will chew this money, you will have nothing to eat. Mr. Speaker, because of this bill...
What's your point of order, Senator Faki?
Mr. Speaker, sir, I don't like to interrupt a colleague in his thoughts and presentation in this House. But I had, if I'm correct, I had Senator Khalwale saying that the theft at Kentraco, and that is his casting aspersions on the person of the governor of Kakamega. And I don't think that is right, because there have been no accusations leveled against that governor in this House to warrant such blatant attack and violation of our standing orders. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Senator Boni Halwale. You are a senior member of this House.
Exactly.
I'd like to remind you about the provisions of Standing Order 121.
Exactly,
and
Mr. Speaker.
105.
Mr. Speaker, it is in fact because of that
The
seniority.
chair is not yet done.
Eddie,
Senator
Barasa's puppy.
Senator
We are
Halwale.
talking about the people of Kakamega.
Senator Halwale, order, Senator Halwale.
Speaker, sir, it is because of that seniority that I want to appeal to the distinguished senator from Mombasa. I'll deal with your point of order. Let me finish with that one.
Proceed, Senator Halwale. And
Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
I indicated to you that the chair was not done in directing you to the provisions of Standing Order 105 and
Yes.
121
Yes.
with regards to the nature of statements you can make and also the order in this House. As you do that, remember that particular provision of the standing orders. And the chair is aware that you are a senior member of this House, and I will not hesitate, by the way, to apply the provisions of this.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, indeed, it is because of the seniority that you are alluding to that I would like to appeal to my younger brother, who is my junior in this parliament by many years, that I'm alive to that fact. It is because of the ongoing case of 18 billion of Ketraco, for which the governor was arrested by EACC, that I've opened my mouth. And therefore, if you had challenged me, Mr. Speaker, why don't you keep your cool? If you had challenged me to then substantiate, I would have substantiated using that case. Mr. Speaker, sir, I want to use this opportunity Mr. Speaker, sir, for this reason, I would like to appeal to the governor of Kakamega not to look far, to take a walk and go to Bungoma and talk to his brother, Governor Lusaka, and take a walk and go to Kitale and talk to his brother, Senator George Natembeya. Both of them are doing a sterling job to the extent, Mr. Speaker, that the governor of Bungoma has received money for the construction of the County Agricultural Integrated Park. Governor Natembeya has received, but Barasa has not received because he has not convinced the national government that he has played his part. He should learn from performing governors of our region. Mr. Speaker, having said that, I want to speak to the issue of court fines. It's very unfortunate, Minister John Madi, you have signed this schedule. You have declared that Kakamega does not deserve even a single shilling from court fines. And you know that in a county of 2.5 million people, Kakamega, these cases go on all the time. Where is the reimbursement for Kakamega from the National Treasury, CS Mbadi? It is because of this, Mr. Speaker, that I want to draw the attention of members to the fact that this little money they are dispersing here to us is a sweetener. There is no audit to tell us how much money was collected in the whole country. This is arbitrary. In fact, this is the budgeted corruption that members of the public have been pushing on social media and other forums. Yes, I would like to be informed by the Senator of Kitui.
Senator Boni, Halwale. I haven't heard Senator Wambua requesting that the chair allows.
I'm sorry.
Yes. Proceed,
Mr. Speaker, I proceed. Mr. Speaker, because these funds have not been audited, we don't know what it is that we deserve from the consolidated fund. Because of this, Mr. Speaker, I want to propose to this House that we should bring the necessary legislation or amendments to the PFM Act to provide that we now have a clear-cut structure that separates appropriation in aid at the courts due to cases from county legislation. We separated from cases due to national legislation. This appropriation aid, it is very easy, Mr. President. All we have to do, just like we have a county attorney, we can also in this law provide that we have a county magistrate court for dealing specifically with cases arising from county legislation. And then money due to those cases is paid not into the consolidated fund, but it is paid into the county revenue fund. The moment we do this, Kitui will get her money, Kakamega will get her money, Nairobi will get its billions because it is too much money here. This theft at the national treasury that we are allowing, we must lock it with the necessary legislation. Mr. Speaker, if there is crime, then it is on realities. There's so much gold in Kakamega that in his wisdom, the president has led his cabinet in recognition of that gold to construct the first and only gold refining factory in East Africa, in Kakamega. Mr. Speaker, the factory is under construction at Mwitambiza Market in Ikolomani. We want, Mr. Speaker, members, just you'll have your time to debate. Let me flow. I've already been offended by the rude interruptions from your side.
Senator Boni Halwale.
Yes.
As you continue, I've just been notified by the Hansard that Senator Cherargei, order. The Hansard, Senator Boni, has just confirmed the reference by yourself to Senator Eddie's intervention that you actually made reference to him not being Governor Barassa's puppy. As you proceed, you must withdraw and apologize on that reference.
Yes, Mr. Speaker,
you need to do that.
Indeed, I used the word puppy, but because sometimes I attempt to speak clear English, I said,
Senator Boni Halwale.
Mr. Speaker,
the chair has directed that you withdraw and apologize for that reference before you proceed with your submission.
Yes, I want to do that, but I want to clarify what I said. I have...
Order, Senator Cherargei. Order, Senator Cherargei. Order, please.
Chair, I will not kill by explaining what I said and then apologize.
Continue.
Yes. Mr. Speaker, sir, I am not so unreasonable as to call a colleague a puppy. I said, you are not Governor Barassa's puppy. That's what I said. And if that word means in English that I call him a puppy, I withdraw and apologize. I would never call a colleague a puppy. Mr. Speaker, sir, it is because of this abundance of gold in Kakamega that the president has afforded us with his cabinet, with his government, to construct a gold refinery in at Mwitambiza Market. At Mwitambiza Market in a Kolomani constituency. Mr. Speaker, this is being the case. How on earth can the Treasury pretend that in this particular year, Kakamega did not deserve a single cent from minerals? And yet, now as we speak, if you go to Rosterman, 24/7, people are mining. Mr. Speaker, if you go to Imwiritsa village in Shinyalu, 24/7, people are mining. If you go to Isulu, if you go to Malinya, if you go to Shikoe, if you go to Lirembe, if you go to Masienze, people are mining gold 24/7. Mr. Speaker,
Do you like to be informed, Senator Boni, by the Honorable Senator Sotsi?
Yes, Senator Sotsi is my younger brother. I can...
Mr. Speaker, I was listening to my senior and neighbor, Senator Khalwale, very keenly. This weekend, I had an opportunity to visit the place where the refinery is being constructed. And it's a big complex. That place, all the gold in this country, including from my own county, will be refined there. But, Mr. Speaker, our counties, including Kakamega, are not getting any money, any royalty. I think it's important that we get an explanation. And one explanation, Mr. Speaker, is that the Ministry of Mining has entertained illegal dealers in gold in our region. And therefore, their gold goes into people's pockets and not the government, and therefore we cannot get royalties. Something has to be done about it.
That is true, and I thank you for that reminder. Mr. Speaker, these matters are so serious to some of us because the resources God gave particular counties are meant to help the counties to come out of poverty. Today, Mr. Speaker, if you go to River Lukose, which down the line becomes River Yala, Chinese have even come with a boat. They are mining with a boat. And when the villagers go to complain, the provincial administration then fights the villagers. These Chinese, I had kept quiet because I'm tired of fighting these people since they get protection from the government. Armed AP police are there. Mr. Speaker,
what's your point of order, Senator Cherargei?
Mr. Speaker, I raise understanding 105 on accuracy of facts. When the senator, my good neighbor, states that the government is protecting them, what does he mean? I agree that issues of minerals are very emotive. Can he substantiate what he means? Because if the government is protecting an illegality, then it is very unfortunate. Then we need evidence of the same so that we can know in government who is protecting these individuals who are frustrating his people in terms of getting value for their mineral. Is it in order? He's a good Englishman. He should have said may, not shall.
You have raised your point of order, Senator Boni Halwale.
Mr. Speaker, with due respect to my neighbor, my time, if I could be allowed, my time had been eaten by standing orders. My points of order.
Your time will lapse upon the lights going off, definitely. Spend the remainder of the time to conclude.
I was just appealing so that I conclude this very important point.
Spend the remainder of time to conclude.
Thank you. Mr. Speaker, I stand by that statement because I have been severally tear-gassed in Kakamega when I'm the senator of Kakamega now and leader of, not leader, and majority whip. I have been tear-gassed when we are fighting the police, protecting Shandagold and these Chinese. And right now, Mr. Speaker, as I speak, the Chinese have finished eating all our dogs, and now one of them I arrested 2 weeks ago, Mr.
Senator Boni Halwale, your time is up. Order, Senator Boni Halwale. Order, Senator Boni Halwale, your time is up. I'll allow the last person to contribute in that Faki so that we call upon the mover to reply.
Mheshimiwa Spika, asante pia kwa kunipa fursa hii kuchangia msaada wa kupeleka fedha katika kaunti zetu, Mheshimiwa Spika. Mheshimiwa Spika, kwanza naunga mkono mswada huu na yangu mimi atakuwa mafupi kwa sababu wengi wameshaweza kuchangia na singependa kurudia. Mheshimiwa Spika, jambo la kwanza ni kwamba ipo haja hivi sasa kuwa na sheria ambayo itasaidia kaunti zetu kuweza kupata zile fedha ambazo zinapelekwa kwa serikali kuu lakini baadaye zinarudi kwa serikali za kaunti. Kwa mfano, Mheshimiwa Spika, faini zinazotozwa katika mahakama zetu za makosa ambayo yanahusiana na sheria ambazo zinasimamiwa na kaunti. Mheshimiwa Spika, kwa mfano sheria za ujenzi, sheria za wale wanaouza bidhaa rejareja bila vibali na sheria nyingine kama hizo. Mheshimiwa Spika, pesa hizi Mheshimiwa Spika zinalipwa kwa serikali, alafu serikali inakaa nazo kwa zaidi ya mwaka mmoja. Baadaye ndio wanapeleka mswada bungeni, bunge liweze kukaa likapitisha. Kwa mfano hizi ambazo zinapelekwa mwaka huu ni pesa ambazo zilikusanywa mwaka 2022 Mheshimiwa Spika. Kwa hiyo ipo haja Mheshimiwa Spika, pesa hizi ziweze kwenda moja kwa moja katika akaunti za county ili ziweze kutumika kwa ule mwaka ambao zimeweza kukusanywa. Jambo la pili Mheshimiwa Spika ni zile royalties ambazo pia zinalipwa katika akaunti zetu. Mheshimiwa Spika, nitakupa mfano wa Base Titanium. Base Titanium walikuja Kwale wakachimba madini, mpaka sasa wamefunga. Lakini zile pesa ambazo zililipwa kwa serikali kuu Mheshimiwa Spika hazijaweza kwenda katika serikali ya kaunti ya Kwale, wala zile kamati ama jamii ya Kwale ambao uchimbaji ule ulifanyika. Mheshimiwa Spika, kwa sasa nafikiri kaunti ya Kwale inadai karibu bilioni 1 pesa ambazo ni royalties ambazo ziliingia kwa serikali kuu lakini hazijalipwa kwa serikali ya kaunti ya Kwale. Vile vile karibu shilingi milioni 700 zinahitajika kulipwa kwa komiti zile za maeneo yale ambao uchimbaji ulikuwa unaendelea, lakini pia hizo Mheshimiwa Spika bado hazijaweza kulipwa na serikali kuu. Kwa Mheshimiwa Spika, hizi fedha pia za royalties tunapendekeza katika mswada wetu ambao tutaletwa marekebisho ya sheria ya uchimbaji wa madini, kwamba zile pesa ambazo zinaingia za royalties serikali wapokee zake kando, serikali kuu na serikali ya county, na zile jamii ambazo zinaathirika ziweze kupokea zake mbali na zile ambazo zinakwenda kwa serikali kuu. Kwa hiyo mengi Mheshimiwa Spika, na asante kwa kunipa fursa hii.
Senator Olekina already yes. I'm seeing from the dashboard there is a request by Senator Olekina, who already contributed to this. Honorable Senators, there being no other member, I call upon the mover, the chairperson of Finance Committee, to reply. Senator Proba.
Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker. I rise to reply, and I want to extend my appreciation and contribution to the honorable senators who have really contributed to this schedule. And I share the concerns that has been shared, particularly on the discipline of National Treasury adhering to the disbursement schedule as approved by the Senate, which has not happened. But considering we are approaching the end of the financial year now, the proposal in the disbursement schedule for county additional allocation disbursement schedule is that once passed, they will be able to disperse the funds in 2 tranches, 50% before the end of May and 50% within June. Honorable Speaker, as I reply, I have also had concerns about mineral royalties shared by some colleagues. It is very important for our honorable senators to understand, for mineral royalties to be shared, the government must have collected mineral royalties through the formal channels, so that then you pay mineral royalties from the mining of minerals. Now, once you mine and it goes through the government channels, the government will collect some royalty. Eventually, then, in accordance with the law as passed, the percentage that is supposed to be shared with the county government is going to be now given to the county government. Now, even if you have unlimited mining taking place, but that is happening without documentation, without that mining going through the government system, then you cannot expect to get a share of mineral royalty. For example, Migori has gold. If the mining in Migori is happening in the black market and the selling is happening in the black market, but it's not going through the formal channels, of government in terms of payment of mineral royalties for mineral extraction in quantities that are documented and in values that are collected, then a percentage of that share cannot be shared back to the county government because the government would have collected nothing. So it does not matter whether it is in your record and you know there is too much gold or this mineral, that mineral in your county. If the government system has no visibility of that in terms of collection, recording, payment of royalty in the stipulated rates, then the government will not have any record to be able to say, we've collected from Mandera. Mandera is mining gypsum in this quantity. If that quantity is not documented to do the formal system and royalties paid for, then the government will not be able to give you, yes, you can give you a point of order if you are given. No. So mineral royalties are shared only on the basis of royalties collected by the government, not on the basis of minerals that you know the mining is taking place in your county. And that is the important information that needed to be shared. And honorable senators.
Senator Osotsi, what's your point of order? Take your seat, Senator Roba.
Mr. Speaker, 105, Standing Order 105. The chair has indicated that those counties that don't get money is because the minerals that is mined in those counties is mined in informal arrangements, sort of. I just wanted to say that in my county, the cabinet secretary for mining has visited some of the mining sites. He has also visited Migori County, I've seen, inspecting those mines. Does it mean that the cabinet secretary, who is a government official, who is supposed to know the right channels in which minerals must be mined, is condoning that practice of mining through informal arrangement? Mr. Speaker.
The chairperson, I'm sure, did not specifically make reference to those particular ones, unless I didn't listen to him. He made reference to general mining areas where royalties do not go through the proper channels that would entitle a payment of the royalties. But Chairman, kindly clarify that as you reply.
Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker. I would like to just inform my colleague that the money being shared in the name of royalty will only happen through royalties collected by government in the stipulated rates. If the government has no collection of raw minerals being
Sasa unupuzi gani?
I've only been married for a few years and already akona mtoto nje.
Sijui unataka niseme nini. It is called owning up to your mistake. And honestly, mbona tukuamka tuende?
In fact, pigia huyo mama Kim, mwambie utaki kazi. Nitatafuta msichana mwingine. Nafikiri hizo nyumba zingine hazina shida zao.
Take some time. Kwa sababu pende usipende, we need to talk.
don't call you every day, see madharau. Niko kazi daily on the chase, finding how takutoa geto pande ligi angalau. Najua there is God, then you umenipenda for long, but it still feels new. Na hata nijaribu, I can never pay you. So I do the little things big time for you. For you. Kila kitu ninafanya ni for you. Kila level ninapanda ni for you. Kila victory napata ni for my mama, you. Kila kitu ninafanya ni for you. Kila level ninapanda ni for you. Kila victory napata ni for my mama.
Napenda ukismile mujam ukiboeka. Nani amekucross you show what's the matter? Kuna vile smile yako kwangu yumata. Ikidisappear moyo wangu uvunjika into pieces. Kauko happy siwezi jua what peace is. Kauja kula hata siwezi onja dishi. Najua kunilea ma haijakuwa easy. Ma najua na kumake proud. Bado najipanga niko busy daily. Nasoma ujanja na kumake proud. Nazidi kujuana napanda pole pole na save manamba na kumake proud. Jifunge tukitambani saitu mwone nikikupigisha pamba na kumake proud. Silali no slumber kwa list ya legends ushachukua namba
for you. Kila kitu ninafanya ni for you. Kila level ninapanda ni for you. Kila vitu ninapata ni for my mama, you. Kila kitu ninafanya ni for you. Kila level ninapanda ni for you. Kila vitu ninapata ni for my mama.
Baby girl, you the ginger me. I feel like I seen you before. Unanimaliza kasura kako malaika, yeah, yeah. Why you here looking so lonely? Can I give you my company? Kasura kako malaika, oh my, oh my, oh my. Me like the way you whine it, girl. Me like the way you whine it, girl. Shorty, can you be mine? Me like your vibe, can you be mine? Please, will you be mine? Cause you blow my mind. You did blow my mind. Will you be mine? Cause you blow my mind. You did blow my mind. You did blow my mind. You did blow my mind. Shawty, you did blow my mind. You did blow my mind. Yeah, yeah. Shawty, you did blow my mind. You did blow my mind. Shawty, you did blow my mind. You did blow my mind. Yeah, yeah. Ungejua unavyo blow my mind. Penzi lako so fly. Girl, you make me feel alright. And I wanna make you mine. Gotta make you mine. Gotta make you mine. Vituko vyako mami. Napendo navyofanya unanimaliza mi. Oh my, umenichanganya mi. Kwako nimekufa nimeoza baby. I'm deadly. Will you be mine? Cause you blow my mind. You they blow my